Hello, this is Chukes, and you're here in my studio today featuring work from my latest collection titled Identity Theft. Identity Theft is a creation of work featuring more than 65 works of art, including paintings and sculpture. Stay tuned as we go through the work in detail in each episode. Escape Convict. This piece deals with racial profiling. This piece, this man was in Africa, and he was very prominent in his tribal culture and set high in his tribe. And when slavery and the slave catcher showed up in Africa, this man was wise enough to take his people, because he saw that these were people that were up to no good and they were going to do his people harm. And he, as the wise man of that tribe, took his people and they were able to escape that tyranny of enslavement. Now you bring that into modern day history as far as racial profiling. You immediately see a black man or a group of black men, and your first thought is they're up to no good. You don't even, that's your first thought. What are they doing? They haven't done anything wrong, but you've already profiled them because of your lack of history and understanding about other cultures and the ignorance of yourself. Because this man took his tribe away and they did not have to suffer enslavement, he is a criminal for a crime that he did not commit. That's why I call them escape convict. Because in slavery, if you free yourself from enslavement and you run away from it, you're a criminal. That's how sick and insidious enslavement is about. But once again, history teaches very little about that aspect of enslavement. That question is actually come to me quite often, because they really can't tell the nationality of this particular piece. And I think that's what's important about this piece, because it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference what color this man is. It makes a difference that this man saw that there was something unjust about to happen, and he loved his people and was wise enough to take them and move them away to safety. So it's just letting you know that you don't necessarily have to be a black man to free your people. You just have to be a person, a human of substance, to know when something's wrong and have wisdom and understanding enough to move and get out of the way of whatever horrifying circumstances are about to happen. Well, it takes place again as far as being escape convict. Is we're escaping, black folks we're running and trying to escape from so-called crimes that we've never committed. I mean, you see us and you don't really see a human being. You immediately see something negative, something wrong, because that's been embedded and ingrained in your understanding of black people and people of color. And that narrative has to change. When we look at a group of white folks standing somewhere, we don't immediately think that they're up to no good. I mean, we just go about our business. But I mean, there used to be laws in America where if you had 3 black men standing on a corner, the police would come and move them away because they would automatically think that they were up to no good. Now, who comes up with that? Who thinks of that? You know, why are we the ones that are always being persecuted by these hideous laws that don't allow us to move forward in life? We have to break that. We have to break that. We have to break that whole tradition of thinking. We really do. Otherwise, we will never move forward as a race of people. That's a question that goes way back, I mean, to, you know, the Mulatto Syndrome, and I actually talk about that in Identity Theft as well, where the mulatto is, you know, taught to believe that because their skin is lighter, that they're better than the darker skinned person. But you have to understand who and what laws and what way of thinking made the darker skinned people any worse than anyone else. If you really look at it in terms of skin color, the darker skinned person is the innocent one. And I'm saying that not to say that the lighter skinned person is any better, because if you're born with a lighter skin, you had no choice with that. But in being raised though, and being told that because your skin was lighter and that you were more akin to a white person, you, in your distorted way of thinking, started thinking that you were better. But also, you have to say, this whole light skin situation is like, it's almost like a God complex, because in enslavement, the white human being wanted you to call them master. There's only one master. There's only one true master. And that master would not treat his people the way the slave master treated African people, treated black people. So if you want to equate yourself because of the color of your skin as someone better that treats another person horribly, you need to think real hard about that. You really need to think about that whole color process, that whole color way of thinking, that whole color mentality, that you're better. Because you're really not, if that's the way you think about another race, as far as you being superior to them, because you're not. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more episodes from the Identity Theft Collection.